it'd probably help if I turned my mic on. I said, that's enough for now. I'm kind of wanting to get things started. I didn't want to wait the full 5 minutes. Usually I just do that just to see if folks will trickle in here, and it just kind of gives me an extra moment to breathe and to prepare things. Yeah, well, we don't have any viewers, but I'm gonna show it anyways because like I'm learning Streamlabs and I'm pretty excited about it. But hey, it's my mic was off still. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we got Doug's thing pulled up here, so let's stream snipe Doug a little bit. What would be really funny is if he decided to stream snipe me, but I don't think my stuff's appropriate enough
and
for him.
it seemed like he had a lot of interest in it. And I know a lot of people just don't like Indiegogo anymore.
No, they
So
don't,
I think some
Doug.
people might be waiting for the Kickstarter, or the indie thing might just be drying up, or people just don't like me anymore. That could be it.
Well,
It has
nobody
been
likes you,
a couple of
Doug.
years since I did my last book.
We don't like you
That could have
anymore,
really hurt me. I
Doug.
don't. I don't know. But I've delivered. I've got proof of delivery. I've delivered other people's books.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna get back out there, and we're gonna keep fighting. We'll claw back up to where we was and keep going on. As long as I
I'm just going to mute Doug for a second. What he's saying is 100% true and it's aggravating as hell. So, to anyone in the past who has ever said something incredibly stupid, like, why are you worried about what these other guys are doing? It's not affecting you at all. You didn't back it. Well, it affects me as a creator when a bunch of these Comicsgate motherfuckers run around and do a bunch of fucking scam campaigns. They don't deliver jack shit, or they make people wait 2, 3, even more years for fucking product, that hurts the overall fucking market. Indiegogo is pretty much dead for most indie comic creators now. Okay, I just wanted to say that. That really pisses, but it hurts everybody, including Doug.
Eric Hawkins says some people might be waiting for payday since it is Indiegogo. That's true, because I know it takes it out instantly. It's just I don't know. Maybe Monday was a bad day to launch. I don't know. It just I'm not upset. For me, I'm really proud. We did get it funded on the first day. You know, even though it was a $500 goal, we did get it funded the first day. I just want it to do good for Eric and Firefox Pro because I'm paying them out of this. And I want it to do really good so these guys can get a really good cut. Yeah, Skinny, I tried to jump on and stream before you real quick. I wanted to do my updates and get out. And then as soon as I started, it's like you popped up. I was like, oh, poop. So I'm not going to stay on long. So everybody go over to Skinny's channel. I did all the updates and told everybody, you know, if you signed up, I sent out an update through Indiegogo, so you should get the email with the links to the secret perks. We will be launching a Kickstarter here really, really soon. Probably next week if I can get the page together. We're going to promote the crap out of both of them. You use whichever one you want.
There we go.
I've just got stuff. Like I said, it's just been kind of crazy here lately. I got home yesterday and filmed that video real quick of me shooting those CDs. And then like
that's weird.
Later that evening, Dad and Mom called and told me that Grandma fell and broke her hip. And it's just kind of been, I don't know. Hey, I just don't like getting old.
Nobody likes getting old, Doug.
People just get old and all the stuff you really care about changes. It's just hard. I don't even want to talk about it. But everybody go over and watch Skinny's stream. I'm gonna bail out. I'm gonna start working on some stuff, and like I said, I gotta go to work here in a little bit. So go hang out with Skinny. He's my buddy. I'll talk to you all later. I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm not gonna do the video out or anything like that. So y'all have a good day. I'm gonna let it roll for a minute before I hit end because sometimes it end it cuts it off. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute.
You just pop out a fart, Doug. Just squeeze one out.
Getting old is gay.
Yes, it is. It is very gay.
That's what Skinny says anyway.
And I'm right.
Skinny's an expert on the gay.
I am. I've observed a lot of gayness throughout my life. Oh, I guess that's where Doug decided to cut it off at. That's kind of funny. Let's see. Oh, now y'all get to see what was next on my watch thing. I like Lex Friedman or whatever. And we're back here. Hey, yeah. I was just stream sniping you. I was like, oh, because I remember you saying something about streaming last night or yesterday. I don't know. With the way work's been for me, because like it's not hot for me, but it's been like 91 degrees. So like in the warehouse that I'm working in, it's also 91 degrees. And that's been a lot of fun lately, and it's just made me really tired. But no, yeah, I remember you'd said something, and then I saw you go live, and I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to stream snipe them then. So that was fun. Oh, I did the thing, though.
Take no prisoners. Follow mission parameters. Orders are to kill.
I gotta really get in the habit of turning my mic back on. But no, I just wanted to save you the trouble. I went ahead and just used one of the many Chinese websites that you use for copyright infringement and downloading YouTube videos. That's where I got this thing. I don't know if you guys saw it, but yeah, I got that thing set up too. That was pretty cool. I found some old 70s like kaleidoscope looking shit. And I was like, that's perfect. I like the music. It's nice and chill. It's morning time. We're supposed to be easy going. We're still in first gear. Most of us are like diesel engines. You know, it takes a little bit to warm us up before we got to get going. But yeah, but you keep saying you failed. What? I didn't watch your video. I just popped in for the last moment, and I think what you had said when I had popped in was you're talking about how Indiegogo was dead. And then at that point, I actually muted you because I wanted to reiterate the point that you were making and kind of point a finger and be like, see, anytime you guys were like, why do you care what these people do? You didn't back it. Why is it your problem? Well, what you were talking about before, how Indiegogo is pretty much dead. That is how it's our problem. As creators, they pissed in the pool, um, and they ran all the fucking audience off of that platform. Unless you already have a huge platform or following, like on YouTube or whatever, odds are you're not going to do too well on Indiegogo anymore. A lot of people don't actually shop on Indiegogo because of all the failed campaigns, I would surmise. Um, but people shop on Kickstarter because, yeah, Kickstarter's had a few campaigns fail here and there. But Kickstarter also doesn't let people do new campaigns if they have too many ones that are unfulfilled. Um, Kickstarter's not really one to let somebody like, say, Ethan Van Sciver, for instance, run 7 different campaigns for the same book within a 2-year period without delivering the book yet. Kickstarter doesn't let people do that. So, and in doing that, there's more consumer trust over there. Um, you know, that like I said, there still are some duds every once in a while, but they're a lot more few and far between when it comes to Kickstarter. Though the sad thing is I feel that Indiegogo has a better website as far as the way their campaigns are set up and everything like that. I feel like they honestly have the superior setup, but they just don't have the reputation to back it up. But Kickstarter, people actually shop there. People don't just go to Kickstarter just to back your book. There's literally a bunch of people that just browse Kickstarter and just buy shit all the time. Um, and yeah, so it sucks, but you know, all that shit that went down over the years, and every time we spoke up about it, everybody just shook their heads like, it doesn't concern you. You didn't back it. You're not a customer. Well, I fucking told you so. I don't like the survey system at all. I don't understand why we don't get their address right off the bat like Indiegogo. That makes absolutely no sense for me. It would solve a lot of fucking problems. I like the surveys for like the custom stuff, like how when I sent out my surveys, I was able to ask people if they wanted their copy signed because for one, I'm not going to charge for that. I just wanted to offer it in case anybody wants it. I don't know, they might. I think a few of them did. Uh, but yeah, I like that. And I like that aspect of the surveys. But what I don't like is just a random backer backs, your basic tier and they never respond to the survey when there's no decision for them to make. All you need is their address to send them the book that they paid for. But even though that address is linked to their account, you can't get it until they fill out the survey. I don't know what kind of drugs they were on when they kind of thought of that system, but whew, that's some really hard stuff. And it's just, but yeah, I think y'all mentioned Zach. Yeah, that's why CG hated Kickstarter to begin with. Was they denied Zach's campaign for Jawbreakers, and like typical kind of influencer or media fashion, they omit certain truths to paint a certain picture. For instance, now they're saying that the FBI does not have Donald Trump's passports. What they're not saying is that the FBI does not have them because they already illegally took them and then offered to give them back. That's the part that they left out. Same thing with this. They tell you that Zach got kicked off of Kickstarter. What actually happened was he had a campaign that he did not fulfill, and he tried to launch another one. They said, nope, sorry, you need to take care of that other one first. And instead of doing that, he rallied the troops and went to Indiegogo, and everybody on Indiegogo, I mean, not on Indiegogo, everybody in Comicsgate just all of a sudden, just at once decided to all just turn on Kickstarter. Fuck Kickstarter. Fuck. Why do you hate Kickstarter? Oh, well, they don't like CG creators. Oh, hmm. That's weird. I don't think that's it. I think it's more of the fact that these people aren't getting their shit done. Speaking of getting shit done, I need to get my shit done. I hate this fucking paper shortage, but I'm getting the books going. They'll get here soon. I'm really hoping for it. I've got everything else. I don't know if I showed you guys. I did really cool metal bookmarks. Can't really see it that well because of the light, and it's metal, so it's shiny. But folks are getting these. They're one-sided. I'm sorry. They're an aluminum shortage hit. I was planning on doing them both sides, but an aluminum shortage hit, and it ended up being too costly. And then I've also got metal trading cards. Yay. With artwork on the back by Carlos. The backs on the trading cards that I actually sold, like charged money for, will all have this backing on it. Because, I want them all to match. Now, there is one, I don't know if I have it within grasp, like out of the thing. But, and then I've got this one by Tony Sizzle, and this was a stretch goal that everybody who backed the physical will get. But since it's a stretch goal, no backing, because price is nearly doubled on what I originally was estimating before I did the stretch goals and everything. That's my problem, but I solved it. I could have easily pulled a Zach and just told people, hey, we didn't make enough money to do this, so we're not going to do this. No, I made people a promise, and I'm going to keep with it, even if it ends up cutting into my bottom line, which, the cards and stuff did, but, that's how you do it. You just roll with the punches. Um, yeah, I forget about surveys too. Sometimes I think I fill them out, but I haven't. I've had a couple of friends message me like, "Skinny, hurry the fuck up and fill out your survey. I want to send you your books." I'm like, "Well, you know my address. Why do I need to fill out the survey?" That's what I don't understand. Why? I get the purpose of the survey. I just don't understand why we have to use that to get people's address when all of that information is already linked to their account. That's what I don't understand. I like the surveys. I like being able to send something out like, "Hey, you want me to wipe my butt with your comic? You want me to sign it? What do you want me to do? Hey, write some shit down here. If you have any special requests, do you have an address change?" But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people pissed in the well on the Indiegogo thing, and it kind of it's really frustrating because I still I still say that to a degree it's a better platform. You have in independent images for your tiers, your reward tiers. You also have pictures for your add-ons. Uh, I find there's a lot more setup for like a community because they have, as I think Indiegogo actually has community boards and stuff like that you can post on when you're in the pre-launch, and I think those are still active even during the campaign. There's a lot going for it. It's just the people aren't there. It's like a really cool fucking theme park, but none of the employees showed up to work, so it's just like sitting there, just closed. It's not even moving. There's no lights. There's nothing, but it looks really cool, and you're like, wow, that place has potential. Why is nobody going over there? And then you start to walk over there, and then you see like this naked pile of just shit covered homeless people, and all they can ask for is spare change while screaming, fuck the SJWs. And then you realize that that's why nobody's over there. It's because the naked shit covered homeless people screaming about blue haired twats. I couldn't think of a better word than twat. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't like the SJW thing either, but come on, man. We really gotta draw that much attention to it. Can we just not ignore things for once? I know they're like, well, ignoring stuff is. Well, I mean, we can put out our stuff and ignore nonsense and bullshit. Like, you gotta understand when is it gonna hit on people that a lot of this woke stuff, especially in the comics, the stuff that they think that doesn't make money, is only around because of their constant engagement with it. Even if it's negative engagement, that engagement still counts. That's why it's still around. If you would just ignore it, it wouldn't sell. They would fucking give up. But no, everybody keeps talking about it. It keeps their name out there. It keeps them relevant. That is far more important than selling a few books, especially when you're as big of a company as like Marvel or DC. Doug has his guns and toys, and I have mine. That was pretty cool seeing him one hand shoot the Desert Eagle. I have that Common CD. I thought that was funny as hell. But I mean, talk about baller shit, man. Like, I'm not an expert in guns by any means, but I do go shooting, but I've always been a, you know, both hands, super safe because I've got thin wrists. I honestly, all the time, anytime. If I could wear metal watches, I would always have to take a bunch of links out. I just have thin wrists for whatever reason. Fucking strong, but I just got shitty wrists. So it's always scared me. So when I saw Doug just one hand, that Desert Eagle, I was like, I could feel it. I was like, oh, that would hurt. But Doug's built like a turd mountain. Oh, it was 5 CDs taped together? I thought it was just the one. Why did you do that thing? You could have had 5 targets. Why'd you turn 5 into 1, Doug? Oh, that's right. You only had 3 bullets. I forgot that. That was not a clean exit, Eric. I don't know what you were smoking. It was a clean entry because it was just a. I like the entry. But if I remember correctly, like the whole back was just blown to shit, wasn't it? I don't know, but I got some. I want to send you one of these metal covers so you can shoot it. Yeah, well, ammo in general is really expensive to shoot right now. Any caliber, I think. I think even 22 longs or whatever the hell they call them. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I've heard a lot of talk about the ammo's going up. I haven't been shooting in a while though. It's been a good 6, 7 months. Hmm. But yeah, I want to send you one of the metal cover books so you can shoot that too, Doug. I think that would be pretty cool because there you actually, you actually have something harder than paper or CD plastic to shoot at. I don't think it'll stop any bullets by any means. I mean, it's only as thin. I mean, it's only as thick as these damn cards, which are pretty thin. But yeah, that was pretty cool, man. I'm excited. I hope you shoot more stuff. I really do. I like seeing you shoot stuff. It's just cool. I watch a lot of channels where people just shoot shit. Um, damn, I can't. Backyard demolition or something like that. I think that's what his channel name is, but I watch his stuff. I don't watch it religiously, but I watch his stuff on occasion. Just 'cause he just decides to shoot the weirdest shit with the weirdest shit sometimes. He had a few of those. I know he's featured one of the coil guns as well as a rail gun, which I think the coil gun pushes pushes. No, the rail gun pushes and the coil gun pulls. That's how it. I'm gonna have to look them up. Uh, but yeah, I think it's like backyard demolition or something like that. But they've done a lot of really cool stuff. Like he's had a couple of 50 cal uh, rifles like explode on him too. He does all this weird, crazy shit. I think there's been a couple times where he decided to see what happens if he welded the barrel shut. I just like shit like that. Like, I want to know what. I mean, I know what happens isn't good, but I would like to see what happens safely. Seems pretty interesting. I like shit blowing up. Everybody likes explosions, except things getting blown up. I don't think they're particularly fun. I don't know. If like when you died, if you could actually choose how you died, explosions actually pretty high up on my list. I mean, it's pretty much instantaneous. Like, you're not getting stabbed by anything. You're just completely obliterated. Like in a split, like less than a second. You just boom. I would take that over, say, like stabbed to death, or shot. As far as ways to go, explosions probably number one. Now that I think about it. Now I understand to some degree, like, because, like, if you think about, like, the suicide bombers and stuff, like, do you think that it would be, like, they would actually have people volunteering if they were like, okay, now you gotta run up here and take a bunch of sleeping pills, or you gotta run into the middle of town square, cover yourself in water, and stick your dick in an electrical socket? Like, there's no appeal to that at all. Like, Death by Snoo Snoo. I don't know, man. I've had sex in some really uncomfortable places, and when things start going wrong, it's not exactly pleasant anymore. But like with the explosion, it's cool from the outside, but on the inside, it's like pff, you're gone. That's it. Yeah, I'm talking about like the kind of explosion and where the only thing left of me is probably my smoldering shoes. Like to be completely disintegrated, that kind of explosion with that power. I mean, I don't, I guess it's kind of morbid for some people to think about, but I mean, everybody's gonna die. We're the only species that uh, knows our own mortality, if I'm not mistaken, which I always found kind of interesting. So, I mean, it's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna happen for me. But honestly, I hope it's when I'm 80 years old and just like random explosion. I think that would be pretty cool. Just an old guy on a porch and like, what happened? I don't know, but he's dead now. I suppose a lot of people don't think of that, but I suppose they do too. I suppose a lot of people think about a lot of things. But yeah, also I got updates on issue 3. I'm sorry, I had to think about that. I'm not sure why I took that long to think about it. But anyhow, I'm just pulling something up. Give me just a moment. Da-da-da-da. I've had this strange habit for like the past months of kind of ending up humming the fucking McDonald's song, and I really honestly can't stand it, but it's just fucking catchy. All right. So far I have but da 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 da. All right. All right, we have 22 of 32 pages inked. I'm sorry. I had to I had to do some math because what I usually do is I'll just go into the folder where I keep all the artwork and I'll just look at the count at the bottom. But then I'll also have to do some math because I have the covers thrown in, and one of the images, even though it's one image, it's actually a 2-page spread, so I have to count that as 2 pages. Death by the ATF isn't going to be around for very much longer. It's looking like. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with what's going on, but I would very much suggest you look up CRS Firearms on YouTube. The guy on there, he's also named Matt. Really cool guy. Uh, they tried to fuck with him because he was showing this tchotchke, this little key card thing that just happens to have a diagram that if one were to cut it out and assemble it, it would turn in, they would be making an auto sear or whatever. But anyways, no. The Supreme Court's been ruling against them lately. It's fucking crazy, man. There's like fucking 20 cases on their way up right now. Like it's one of the better times compared to a while back, because there's a lot of cases being won against a lot of these stupid laws. The Bruin decision really fucking turned the tables against them. That's why the FBI and all of them are all scrambling to fuck with Trump right now, because he's already stated he's going to fire everybody. And on the judicial side, the Supreme Court's been overturning a bunch of unconstitutional stuff lately, as far when concerning the Second Amendment. I mean, yeah, they could keep ignoring it, but eventually, something's got to give as far as that goes. I think people will more than likely probably start ignoring California laws en masse. I mean, everybody's leaving California anyways, dude. I mean, they got people shitting in the streets. Who cares about California? It's good for everybody else, though. Good thing's still a good thing. But it's also going to probably get a lot of people out of jail, too, when it comes down. Because what they don't tell you when they talk about how much gun crime they have, that a majority of those gun crimes are just some dude happening to own something that the ATF recently banned. It's really funny that ignorance of the law is only it's only a good defense when it's the government. I mean, I can't just run around and just do anything and be like ignorance of the law. Like if I went into a trespassed area and I can't read, and they're like, "Well, there's a sign posted." I'm like, "I can't read," and I legitimately cannot read. Just hypothesize. They're not gonna cut me a break because I can't read the fucking sign. They're gonna be like, "Well, you should have known better," and they're gonna give me a ticket. Ignorance of the law is never an excuse unless you work for the government. Unless, you know, you're the one who's supposed to be enforcing those laws. Which in turn, I think you should know better. I really hope something changes with the police department. I'd really like for them to get some people in there who actually are more well trained, and they just completely get rid of the whole rulings against the protect and serve things. They, use it more to focus on community and stuff like that. I really do. I think that is a really unhealthy aspect of America. And I think it hurts all sides involved the way our system right now is set up because it hurts the good cops because they get thrown in with all the bullshit that the fucking cities and the states pull, as well as the bad cops. And we just have a system that's just broke and nobody fucking likes it. All it does is create a divide. Could you imagine if, like, on the regular, like, the police were more like, you're like, okay, well, if you're going to serve in this community, you need to live in this community. Because a lot of times they will encourage them to not live where they're patrolling or whatever, whatever they call it. Because they don't want to get caught in Walmart by some guy that they gave a ticket or whatever. I think you should. I think if you if you were just in giving that person a ticket, you wouldn't have any guilt. You just look at him and you're like, well, you shouldn't have been speeding, man. Whatever. You wouldn't worry too much about it, but I think they know they can get away with a lot because they're not dealing with the community like afterwards. They're not there. They don't have to answer for anything they do. I think cops would be a lot more well behaved if they had to live in the communities that they served. I honestly do. And I think people would like them more too, because then they would honestly be a part of the community. It wouldn't solve all crime, but it at least eliminate a lot of the problems that we're having today. As everybody's scared of the cops, anybody gets pulled over, we all know it's just a bunch of bullshit. They've turned it, they've turned breaking the law into a fucking source of revenue, which encourages them to pass more laws for more people to break to get more money. The entire system is just eventually it just fucks everybody over because that's what it's geared to do, which is really fucked up. I don't have a solution. I can't. I mean, I give people tickets and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe make the tickets more income based. Don't make it a dead set amount because, like, say you see a sign that says, $500 ticket for littering or whatever. And you're driving down the road, and this has actually happened to me. I'm not littering, but I just happen to have the window rolled down, and suddenly the wind catches just a receipt, and it shoots out the window. I get pulled over. There's a big difference between me working, say, minimum wage, making around $300 to $400 a week, to me actually having a full-time job where I'm making, double that. If I'm making the high money, that ticket doesn't mean anything to me. But now if I'm in that minimum wage job where I'm only making $300 or $400 a week, that $500 ticket nearly taken away. Sorry, I had to burp. Almost 2 weeks worth of pay. Pay that if I'm making that little amount of money, I'm just barely scraping by. So, like, even that system is geared to fuck over people who are poor. Now, if that ticket, for instance, maybe it was income based. Okay, 5% of your income. If I make $300 a week or whatever, or just like, certain percentage of your monthly income or something. I don't know. Just something that doesn't, because it really is skewed. The more money you make, the less you have to worry about the law. It sounds really fucked up, but that is the reality. If you have enough money, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You get the right lawyers. But the thing is that if you don't have any money, even if you're innocent of anything, you're still gonna get fucked. Because the system is designed to fuck you. It's designed to fuck poor people, not black, not white, just poverty. It's just crazy, man. They're like, there's a drug problem with poor people. I wonder why. There's a reason why a lot of them are on drugs. Some of them are like that because they're just shitty people and they just want to waste their fucking life away. But others are just tired people. They're tired of getting fucked by the government every fucking day. They're tired of getting fucked by the city every fucking day. They're tired of doing everything they can, working as hard as they can, and not managing to get anywhere. I felt that way in Alabama for most of my life. I felt like I was in a hole that I could not crawl out of. Despite any efforts I made, I couldn't find really good jobs out there. Unless I wanted to work for the shipyard and take random drug tests, but also do work that would no doubt cause me physical harm because that's some rough, fucking dangerous ass work. But I know people who've done that work, and I know people who fucked up their back in that kind of work and they were cast aside like garbage, and they all told me, they're like, the money is good, but it's not worth it. Plus the layoffs. But, anyways. But you couldn't find like any kind of like really regular, everything was part time. And there's working 40 hours a week is easy if you have one job. Working 40 hours a week between two jobs is actually very difficult. Anyways, but in Alabama, there was just no escape because the whole system, nobody was paying enough, nothing. It was just, you were stuck in a hole. And no matter how hard you worked, unless you got lucky, you were stuck in that hole. Everybody I knew was in that hole. That's why I always say, too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much red bullshit can ruin a state just as much as too much blue bullshit. I hope we can find the happy medium that keeps everybody happy. Because we should all be winners in the end. But, anyways, I'm going to hop off of here, get some stuff done, and, end up doing some stuff and doing some other stuff and some stuff. And if you haven't already, you should probably go do some stuff too.